a matter of opinion. I would think that if someone is allowed to come on and make statements without rebuttal, and as you know, I called in that day and was not allowed to get in.
You called in at the last moment. It was too late. I can't start a debate, and also we did not arrange for that in advance. I can't start a debate with 2 minutes left in the show. That's not realistic.
Well,
so what I'd like you to do right now, you can give your opinion and give it up.
If I can, I did not call with 2 minutes left. I called with 25 minutes left.
No, that's not true. Jabari, this is not productive. Why don't you go ahead and give us an update on what's happening with the Afiba Center, and you can go ahead and give your opinion.
Are you saying that you would deny the opportunity for me to come on and you did compliment?
Why don't you go ahead? This is your third time. You know what? If you want to give an update about what's going on with the Afiba Center and give your opinion.
You denied the same opportunity that you were.
You have had 3 times on this microphone. He has had 1. If you would like to state your update on what's happening with the Afiba Center and your opinion right now, we can do that. Anything beyond that, if you want to talk to the councilman, we have to negotiate that off the air. If you want to set up a time to come back on this show, we can talk about that off the air. Right now, for the 4th time, I'm going to say you have the opportunity to state your opinion and give us an update. Since you've decided to eat up 5 minutes of the clock, criticizing the way I choose to produce my show, of which I am the executive producer, that time is unfortunately going to take away from the amount of time we have right now on a Hot Topic Tuesday when there are other people waiting to speak. So for the 3rd time, this is your 3rd time on the air, and I did not interrupt you any more than I interrupted the council member, but go ahead, state your case, and give your opinion on what should be next.
What I would do, since you have made it clear that I can off the air arrange for that to happen. I would like to arrange off the air.
Well, I'm not making any promises. What I'm saying is, as the producer of the show, we'll have this conversation on the air. I don't normally book my guests and programs live on the air, and I don't want to. Right now, I feel like you're eating up time on my clock, doing something that's not even interesting to most people that listen to the show, which is booking a show. So why don't you go ahead and say what you need to say?
Okay, I'll take you up on your opportunity to not eat up your airway now. Get with you and see if I can arrange a time.
Okay, what is our update on the Afiba Center? Or did you just call just to say nothing in particular?
No, I called in. I spoke on 2 of the topics, the NCAA.
Okay, so you're refusing to give an update on the Afiba Center at this point. You just wanted to complain. You're refusing to give an update on where we are on the Afiba Center.
Let me be clear. I am not refusing to. I would like to give a thorough update.
So do it, please.
To some of the allegations that were made last Wednesday.
Where are we now? Have you met with the council member's office since we talked? Have you made any progress? Is anything different than it was the last 2 times we talked?
I have been reached out. I've had a couple of calls made. We've tried to make some connections, and I stay hopeful that we will still be able to reach an agreement which will keep this issue from getting bigger than it is. However,
it's already bigger than it needs to be. I think we just need to have a meeting and work this out and keep it pushing.
I think so. And so I will contact you off the air so that I can come back on, hopefully, and address some things fairly.
This is what I would like.
I will not take up.
I always address things fairly, but I will say this. I would like you to contact me off the air so we can have an actual productive meeting, work out an agreement, and have something positive to announce on this show. That's what I would like to see.
That's what this is all leading to. I'm hopeful that all of this is leading to that. I don't think that I want to eat up any more of your airway in a non-productive manner. I will contact you off there as you suggested. Thank you.
5:33 in the morning. Okay, so that was 10 minutes. Not sure where it got us, but let's go to Morris from Long Beach, who's been waiting quite a bit of time. Thank you for your patience, sir.
You're welcome. Listen, everybody, despair is not an option. What we got to do here is join the PTA, be a volunteer, join the PTA, any of the 13 schools in the city of Inglewood, the elementary schools, middle schools, high school. Just volunteer, get your name on the list as a PTA volunteer in one of those Inglewood schools. And in terms of the U.S. presidency, go to a program called the Young Turks. You get your information, nothing commercial about them. And the major reason why we have homelessness in this country is
Of
HUD.
course, there's something commercial about them. They couldn't stay on the air if they didn't have supporters, but I do like the show, yeah.
Okay, HUD. The reason why you have a homeless problem in this country is HUD, Housing and Urban Development. They're not authorized. They cannot build any new construction. All construction has to come from the profiteers, and that's the major problem that you have. And the reason why I suggest the Young Turks.
But Morris, that's just not true. Cities and
what's not
counties
true?
can build housing. They do it all the time.
I'm talking
Cities
about
and counties
housing
and
and
states can
development.
build
I'm
housing.
talking about the federal
Yeah,
agency.
I know. I get the criticism of them, and I can say, okay, I don't know the answer to that, but what I know is that cities like ours, which have a homeless crisis, are authorized to build housing. It might not be easy, but they can do it.
You don't jump down to the city.
No,
The federal government, that's
you
what I'm
said
talking
the
about.
reason we have the housing problem is because the feds aren't authorized to build housing. So it's not a narrative change. The question is, where is the responsibility of the city and the state?
Hey, listen, I'm talking about where the money is, the federal government. When they took that policy and changed it that way, you open the door to privatization. That's what's happening throughout this country right now. And that's what's been privileged. Well, it's not the only thing. The biggest problem you got is corporations used to pay 1/3 of the federal budget. Now they're only paying 6%. And everything
That
is
part,
privatized.
hello, yes.
Yes.
And we've always had private property, we've always had greed, we've always had capitalism, but now we have predatory capitalism, where they think they should be able to take all your money and don't pay their fair share. And that's what's got us in this crisis. Yes, I agree with you. HUD not stepping up to the plate is definitely part of the picture. All I'm saying is right now, we can't let our city or our state off the hook because we have a crisis right here and we need all hands on deck. That's all.
Well, my call was about the PTA, and I'll be a volunteer for the PTA, any one of those 13 schools in the city of Inglewood. So despair is not an option. Get out there and volunteer. And thank you very much.
I agree. Couldn't agree with you more, Morris. Thank you for the call. We're going to go to Queen from Inglewood. Queen, you have the mic.
Let's rising, grand rising.
Thank you. Same to you, Queen.
I just had a couple of things. I wanted to talk about the presidential candidates. Anybody who want to give me $1,000 a month, gang, he got my attention. I don't know how the details be worked out. That's to be determined, I suppose, but interested to know that. But I do also like what Elizabeth Warren's been saying ever since the housing crisis of '07. If you go back and watch some of the clips, she was the only one on the floor, and the face of those folks are just really in the favor of the American people. So I think Warren, yep. I don't know about Bernie. He don't believe in reparations, so I stopped listening.
That's what soured you on Bernie, huh?
Yeah, I mean, we gotta have somebody.
I was wondering why is he losing his mojo? Because I feel like people aren't talking about him like they were before. I know I'm not feeling him like I was last time. Maybe you're right. It might be reparations.
Reparations.
Some of the things that went on with that campaign. Yeah.
Right. He said, well, Obama didn't believe in it. And I'm like, well, Obama's not a descendant of an enslaved African either. So, but
Obama is not he was a great president, but he's not the spokesperson for all black issues all the time. He's a moderate, as you point out, not a progressive. Bernie, you say you're a progressive, so we expect more from you.
Exactly. Now, the other thing is I'm a former athlete, college athlete, and I wanted to speak to this. I went to UCLA, and I noticed that the football teams and basketball teams and those types of teams got their books delivered to their door. I live next door to the basketball team. Delivered to their door like 2 weeks before classes began. Now, the thing is, we could not have jobs only if it was approved by the school as it pertains to our package of financial aid. So we could get something on campus, we could get something like that. But if I owned a business, I couldn't have to sign something that said if I invented anything, it belonged to the school. When you look at even the Ball brothers, they couldn't even wear their own brand when he went there. That was because it was
crazy
interest. So I wish I could go back to school and get somebody for playing sports because we really got nothing.
I wish you could too.
We really got nothing except the per diem when we went out of play games and had to eat and those kind of things. Those are my favorite days because they gave cash. even for teaching debate, so on, things like that. But I absolutely believe we make these schools way too much money. We can't even get our, beyond our parents into the games free of charge or kids. So I'm like,
That's
it will
crazy.
help. It help every athlete. So I say California.
Yep, hopefully we are starting a trend. I think we are. Thank you, Queen, because that's it's a system whose time has come. It's time for people to be paid for their work. I shouldn't even have to say it. Eddie from LA, you have the mic. Eddie, you there?
Yes, I am. Good morning.
Good morning, welcome.
All right. I called about 4 or 5 months ago, and I predicted that Trump's he's not going to leave office voluntarily. We're headed towards 2 countries and 2 presidents. First of all, the Democratic Party is going to win the election. There's no question about that. But because of the justice system and Attorney General and the Supreme Court, there might be a question about that. They might try to question it. And what the media is missing out on is the militias. We have a lot of people who will not recognize anyone else as a future president of the United States except Donald Trump. And we're going to have to deal with these people. They're not going away. As important as Black identity is to us, they want a white identity. They want a white country. And they're in position now maybe to maybe get some states to split, maybe North and South Mississippi or Northern. They got to be a territory creative.
Well, given Trump tweeting about, his quote about a Civil War fracture yesterday, I mean, it seems to back up your point. The man may not leave office even if he loses again. That's why he's got to lose by a lot. That's why every man, woman, and children that's eligible to vote needs to come out and vote. That's why he needs to lose by a landslide. I think that would help.
Yeah, we should be knowledgeable also about the militia. I think the new big news story will be about militia. Consider this: the number of people who voted for Trump, as they say right now, is supports around 35 to 40% of the population. Let's cut it down to 20% hardcore, 10% hardcore. 10% of 300 million people that's a lot of millions of people. These people, they would do anything. They would do anything to keep the man in power. I hope they don't do this. I think they will. But I just, as far as the presidential election goes, I should make it Biden and Warren together.
10% of 10 million people would be a million people, right? I'm not a math whiz, but I think it's a million people. Yeah, that's all bad. And, and you got to wonder, I mean, we know that the majority of white women voted for Trump. I think we have to go into this thinking that may happen again. Crazy as it seems, I think a lot of people will say they won't vote for him, but when they're alone in that voting booth, they go another way. However, we have to remember he lost by 3 million votes. All we have to do is triple that, or maybe, at least multiply it by 10, and it would be a lot harder for him to spin his story.
Quickly, his mental state. He may not last until the next election. But what about the nuclear football? Is he just?
You think his head will just explode? I mean, what do you mean he won't last until the next election? Yeah, I know, I agree, but they've been letting him be a 51-50 in office thus far. Why would it suddenly be a problem?
The nuclear football, I'm concerned about that. Does he have the power to fire a nuclear weapon without anyone assaulting anyone?
Well, 2020 is right around the corner, and California's primary is in March. So it's time for us to start making calls, and doing organizing so that we can not count on the impeachment. We cannot count on the impeachment because the Senate is not going to vote him out of office. Most likely they won't. I still agree with impeachment because it distracts him and gives him less time to do things like trash the planet, but it's highly unlikely. The Senate, the House can vote to impeach, but it's highly unlikely that the Senate will do so. So we've got to rely on the election to get rid of this dude. 5:43 in the morning. Got to take a break right here. Taking your phone calls, though, all the way up until 6 o'clock. 520-KJLH, 520-5554. Some crazy news about the Ed Buck arrest and what happened before. Crazy story you probably haven't heard yet. It's the front page. That's coming up next. Radio Free 102.3 KJLH and kjlhradio.com.
I don't worry. I tell you, I'm a man who believed that I died 20 years ago, and I live like a man who is dead already. I have no fear whatsoever of anybody or anything.
Be courageous and pull up to the table. It's a Hot Topic Tuesday on the front page. Call it now, 520-KJLH.
Attention homeowners, it's me, Dominique DePrima. I'm back to tell you about something special. Due to price increases in the home improvement industry, Michael Joseph has started a new division to offer better prices. You'll save thousands of dollars. Michael offers exterior coating that comes with a lifetime warranty against chipping, flaking, peeling. They repair all the stucco and the wood trim. Before applying the exterior coating, your house will look brand new and you'll never have to paint it again. Call 866-750-8011. Michael offers high-performance, energy-efficient, noise-reduction vinyl windows and patio doors. Michael also offers high-quality roofing systems and central heating and air. This savings program is designed to reduce pricing. Call 866-750-8011. 100% financing is available, dynamic financing solutions, including the County PACE program, as well as traditional loans. If they can't get you approved, nobody can. Call 866-750-8011 or visit newbirthbuilders.com. That's newbirthbuilders.com.
Attention, Los Angeles homeowners. Did you know you can legally convert your garage into an income-generating property? United Dwelling will transform your garage or backyard into a beautiful, high-quality rental home with appliances, heating, air conditioning, even a washer and dryer at no cost to you. United Dwelling will find a qualified tenant for you to approve, then will manage and maintain the unit for you. Start receiving monthly income from rent and increase your property value. There's no mortgages, no liens on your home, no headaches. United Dwelling does the work, you share the rent. It's that simple. United Dwelling is trusted by homeowners in neighborhoods around Inglewood and Los Angeles. Call for your free consultation, 310-DWELLING. That's 310-393-5546. Call today, 310-DWELLING. That's 310-393-5546. Call today.
Advertisement by Zimmerman Reed of 2381 Rosecrans Avenue, Suite 328, Manhattan Beach, California, 90245. By texting us, you agree to receive requiring text messages that may be sent by an auto dialer. Consent is not a condition of purchasing goods or services.
Attention all Uber drivers. If you are a current or former Uber driver, listen closely, as you may be entitled to significant compensation. That's right. If you drove for Uber any time in the past 3 years, you may be entitled to significant cash for unpaid wages and mileage. Text GRUB to 246810 right now to see if you qualify for cash compensations. That's GRUB to 246810. Uber may be in violation of federal and state employment laws. If you drove for Uber part-time or full-time anytime during the last 3 years, you may be entitled to significant cash compensations. Text GRUB to 246810 now to see if you qualify for cash compensation. Hurry, time is limited, so text the word GRUB to 246810 now. Text GRUB to 246810.
This Mortgage Minute is brought to you by Kate Bishop Funding, your local mortgage and realty professional. Homeowners, do you plan on retiring within 5 to 10 years? Will your income decrease once you've retired? Refinance your home today while rates are low and before your income decreases after retirement. Do you have home improvement projects you would like to complete before retirement? Pay off existing debts, invest or buy additional property, or maybe you just want to lower your interest rate and your payment without taking out any cash. Call Kate Bishop Funding at 310-997-2345 to explore options that are available to you. Kate Bishop Funding can customize the perfect loan for you without resetting your mortgage clock with the new Flex Term program. Flex Term provides you with flexible options where you can choose how many years you want your loan term to be. This option is available on all conventional loan products. Terms are available from 8 to 30 years. Call today to schedule an appointment at 310-997-2345 or visit kbishopfunding.com. Again, that's 310-997-2345 or visit kbishopfunding.com. Introducing a different mindset. On the front page, Radio Free 102.3 kjlh.
Radio Freedom, 5:49 in the morning. 5:49 in the morning. Family, guess what? A week from today, Dr. Mabel John will be giving away free food, clothing, and household wares. It is part of her Joy Community Outreach Program. If you need help or you want to help, 323-939-5808. It's at the Triangular Church on Western and Washington. We're going to VJack from Orange County. Good morning, VJack. VJack, my Facebook friend. Good morning.
Good morning, darling. I like Bernie Sanders.
You got us on speakerphone, VJack? Can you get us on the normal phone? It sounds weird.
You hear me?
Oh, okay. Yeah, but it sounds echoey. Oh, never mind. Okay, go ahead.
I'm not on speakerphone, but I see Bernie Sanders president as a lot like my parents' favorite president, Jimmy Carter. You know, he wanted to convert the economy from capitalism to socialism. And I think with the modern day Democrats, you're going to run into a lot of gridlock and not going to be able to get anything accomplished. I'm starting to like Elizabeth Warren, and just like her and Bernie, they're going to promise Orange to probably deliver son of your life. So if they can have that one grand achievement like Obama did with Obamacare, and I think starting with getting the student and education down, that would be excellent. It would help our community out a lot. And I don't think they're going to just erase college debt because it's the government debt. And all the people talking about Trump not going to free you off the street. So if you lose by one vote, you need to take the stairs or take the window. You're going to lose. Ain't no militia in this country that threats the U.S. government and the military. So it's not a chance of a million people going to take to the streets and fight. That would be with like a civil war. That's just rhetoric. And you said that before. It's not going to happen. You lose, you're going to win off the streets with just the way the system set up. And like I said, if you take the window or the stairs, you got to go. We got to go home, but you got to get out of the house. Just the way it's going to be.
You're right. I think you are. I mean, he certainly has angered the intelligence community enough to where we might be able to count on them to show him the door.
You did that. You can go peacefully, like I said, you can take the 13th floor. Either way you want to leave your house, you got to go. So all that rhetoric about civil war ain't going to be nothing. It's going to be a peaceful transition. You lose the out. In the story.
We're going with that. I like that. I like that indeed. Thank you, VJack. You have a nice day as well. Let's go to Laura from LA. Good morning, Miss Laura. You have the mic.
Good morning, Miss Dominique. How you doing this morning, beautiful?
Blessed indeed. How are you?
I'm blessed indeed too this morning. I got two things I wanted to follow up. I was listening and kept calling when Brother Joseph was on the phone. And the thing is that we need to come together as a unity. You know, we're always against each other and, you know, just want to just stick on certain things. But in the long haul, there's a lot of things that's going on in our community. And homeless is one of the rates. And I work and I'm right now in the position of being homeless. And there is no help for, you know, and I got Section 8 voucher. And there's no help. I call everywhere. I got LA County and everybody saying they're not accepting it. So it's like, you know, it's a win-lose situation. So it's like, what are we supposed to do? You know, and when you try to, you know, keep building yourself up and the people to just, you know, we keep pulling each other down. And that's what the president do every day. You know, he's talking about somebody, but then he's still in the presidency. But then when somebody else says something, they want to just, you know, throw them and cast them into the hell. So it's like, you know, I don't understand our world. Where are we coming to? What are we living in?
I can understand why you would feel that way. I try to tell us to focus on what we want, but I don't know how well I do doing that in the situation you're describing you're in. What do you think should change? How do you think they should do it?
I mean, like the programs that are set out here, they need to be more thorough and be able to help each of us as individuals, as families, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us do come with certain situations and problems, you know what I mean? And then those that are on the boat, you know, they need to be more intense and really try to house us. And then the ones that you know, need more services like mental health. You know, that's a big crisis out here. Drugs and alcohol, that's another big crisis out here. It's like we got a lot of stuff out here. Education, you know, our children, you know, they seeing trauma every day, you know, as far as them getting killed, you know, being faced with prostitution, you know, young teenager girls, you know, it's like, what, you know, I'm just saying as a community, what are we doing?
Yeah. Well, I think you're right. We have to do more, but I also think that it may be time to declare a state of emergency. And one of the reasons that I say that, one of the reasons lawmakers say that, is because it will allow them to more quickly build housing for people. I mean, there are a lot of other issues, as you said, job availability, you know, mental health and substance abuse support, support for people, you know, for childcare, all of these things that lead to people, you know, having these problems. But the bottom line is you can't get people into housing if there is no housing, right? So we've got to get more
But the housing prices are so high, you know,
Right,
you tell a person to go to work, you know, they taking the little systems that they take from you, the county and stuff, you know, and they tell you to go to work, but then, you know, you go to work, you're doing everything that you're supposed to do, but then still, you know, everything costs is 5 times more than what we make it.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. That's why when I say we need to declare a state of emergency, it's not to put up more high-priced condos, to put up places that people can afford when they are making the minimum wage in this city. Because you cannot have a city that is not affordable for the people that do the basic jobs that people need to live in a city, like waiting on people at Starbucks or cleaning the buildings that people have these high-priced offices in. You know, we've got to do something. We've got to do something radical.
Yes, we do, Ms. Dominique, and I can agree with you on that because we got a lot of people in office, but by the end of the day, what are they doing for the people that's around that's really suffering? But I get out there and vote every day. I volunteer at my children's school. I do everything that a parent, you know, y'all tell us to do. I got a job, you know what I'm saying? I also, you know, work for myself and do other things to keep me going. But, you know, I do my own footwork. That's what I would say. That's what the world tell you to do. But then we still knocking each other and, you know, the cost of living, everybody just turn their back on you like, oh, no, we don't accept this. But, you know, it's like a win-lose situation.
All right. Well, I wish I could do more. I really do. And I think, you know, we're going to keep lobbying our elected officials and we're going to keep talking about this. I'm going to send up a prayer for you, Miss Laura. And, man, I got to do more. I'm going to think of something. I really feel like maybe we need to do a resource fair, put all of these different agencies together that say they're helping people, do a live show just on houselessness where people like you can come and we can see about whether or not these people are really helping people. I'm going to give some more thought to that because I'm getting too many calls like this and I feel like it's just not enough being done. Thank you so much for your call and and my prayers are with you. Family, let's hit this 24-hour news cycle.
And now, headlines for higher minds on Front Page News Brief with Dominique DePrima.
It's the 1st of October, 2019. Jumbo, that means hello. President Trump pushing the Australian Prime Minister during a recent call to help Attorney General William Barr gather information for a Justice Department investigation that Mr. Trump hopes will discredit the Mueller investigation. That's according to 2 American officials with knowledge of the call, the White House curbing access to a transcript of that call, which the president made at Barr's request to a small group of aides. One of the officials said the restriction was unusual and similar to the handling of a July call with the Ukrainian president. That's from ABC7. Just hours after being issued a subpoena from top congressional Democrats, Rudy Giuliani appeared on Fox News to defend his involvement with Ukraine, actions that have become central to an impeachment inquiry by the president, Donald Trump. Trump's personal attorney appeaed on Hannity's program as part of his latest effort to distance himself from the political whirlwind that's on the Huffington Post. A 12-year-old girl in Northern Virginia has recanted her accusation that 3 classmates grabbed her and cut her locks on the playground of a private school. Washington Post reports the girl's family issued an apology Monday to the boys, the school, and the community. Underdog presidential hopeful Andrew Yang was in MacArthur Park Monday night with a swagger. LA Times says of a competitor who's already won, complete with pyrotechnics and coming out to the 90s R&B classic Return of the Mac. Andrew Yang owes much of his success, though, to his maverick ideas, including his freedom dividend, which promises to give every American $1,000 a month. And Jazz Mechanic reporting, and she's been in the front lines of this case, that Joe Doe, the young man who escaped Ed Buck and ended up testifying against him, leading to charges against Buck, has said that he was on the run with Ed Buck in July after someone tipped off his attorney that they would be coming to arrest Buck. Buck, according to Joe Doe, headed back to his home and gave up being on the lam after he was convinced that no one was actually coming for him. This, of course, before he was arrested. That's from JasmineOnline.com. Governor Gavin Newsom, as you know, signed into law the Fair Pay to Play Act, which says colleges in California can't punish athletes for collecting endorsement money. That signing was hosted Monday morning by NBA superstar LeBron James. It is a game changer. The NCAA came out against that, but they came out on the bottom of that. It's going to be clear today. Highs in the mid-70s in LA Metro, upper 70s in the Valley, right now 58 degrees in downtown Los Angeles. I'm Dominique DePrima for Radio Free 102.3 KJLH, Compton, Los Angeles, Long Beach, and Inglewood. Let's continue our conversation on social media, family. Pro, con, whatever it is, it's Radio Free KJLH. And you can find us on all the social media. I would love to see you there. You can get all kinds of information at kjlhradio.com. I got to go. As you go on your way about your day, family, let's take a moment to affirm ourselves. Let's take a deep breath in and let us release. Today, let me remember, in the words of the first independent president of Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah, forward ever, backward never. Until next time, Radio Free family, one love.
102.3 KJLH Compton, Los Angeles, and worldwide using the Radio Free KJLH mobile app.